SoccerBeat, what?
How's it, guys? Welcome back to SoccerBeat. We're talking Pirates. I'm with my guys, Moeneeb Josephs and Cheezboy Mokoena. Guys, another 3 points in the bag. Was not the most exciting game. Cheesy almost fell asleep. Moeneeb's popping in something there just to get him through that experience. Yeah, boys, but not the best. But again, another clean sheet, 3 points. We only 12 points behind Sundowns, 3 games in hand. We've watched more entertaining games of football, but we got the job done. Moeneeb, what do you have to say? Your goalkeeper just keeps these clean sheets, mate.
Yeah, 100%. That's our business here. You know, listen, it wasn't one of the most exciting games. Knowing Polokwane City is a very, very stubborn team, very stubborn team, and they want to be broken down. You know, we needed to have the patience. We needed to have the know how to know when to go in and wait and be patient for that moment to arrive. And we had that patience. Fortunately for us, it came from, I think it was a goalkeeping error, but we were there to pounce on it as well. You know, got the point. But listen, I don't want to hear about this league story. League, blah. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm thinking about, hey, there's bigger games. So this just adds to that confidence. Difficult situations. Polokwane City made it difficult in the sense of they were solid, they were organized, and we had to use another different tactic. The same like now the other night when we played at Algiers. You know, we had to be patient. We had to be patient in the sense of in a different mindset. Wait, and then go. This is the other mindset that we had today. We had to go at them, and they were sitting in that block. So we had to go at them and find that path, that opening for us there, you know. And with patience, we kept at the door, kept knocking, and it broke down. 1-0 is fine. So it's for me, it's just preparation for more games, for the more important games. Not saying that Polokwane City is not important. Yes, it's important, 3 points for people who still believe in that myth of that we can do in the league. But what I'm saying is, for the bigger games, the finals and those Champions League games that's coming up, we're just getting stronger mentally, picking up all this experience and the know-how of how to do things when things are not going our way, which is we're gonna be fine in these games coming up.
I'm worried, obviously, with the news breaking in the middle of the week that would have affected the guys. But I mean, they just, again, another professional performance, another clean sheet, looked like just as organized, just took it in their stride. The news, Cheesy, what did you make of that? Look, I think we definitely need to start looking at Mbokazi's birth certificate, because the man's playing like a seasoned professional. I can't believe that he's still a teenager. It's unbelievable what he's done in these 5 games. Again, another clean sheet, another solid performance. Doesn't put a foot wrong in 5 games. Incredible from the start.
No, Mikey, listen, first of all, I think, just to be blunt and honest, a boring game, yes, Pirates had the upper hand, and I think like what Moeneeb said, it's just more confidence for the team, and I think the guys tried their best. We didn't create much clear-cut chances, half chances. It's always difficult playing at that Polokwane Stadium, I don't know why the league is taking those games there. It looks like you're playing at Eldorado Park Stadium, it's small. The field is not so nice, because I think even the coach, Coach Rivera, was like, it's not easy coming here because, it's they used to call it a pocket. We play in the pocket, a pocket, small. So it's not easy, especially when you have a team that wants to pass the ball around, because I saw at some stages we started to go for that long route, because I think I had a question for Moeneeb as well, in our chats. Moeneeb, the goalkeeper was not kicking the ball, when I see Mbokazi taking the goal kicks, I think I've seen Chaine now past 2-3 games, might be carrying something, but I think the confidence, that his teammates bring around him makes his jobs a little bit easier, but like you said, I think they had to grind this result, and this is what I love about this Paris team. Whether, we play well, we don't play well, we just get over that line, Moeneeb, and also the other thing, the changes. I mean, some of the key players, played maybe 60 minutes. I was worried about that. I'm like, is the coach going to rotate? Is he going to maybe change the team because of the traveling, the Champions League, But I just felt like he just wanted to get that one goal, because it's not easy to beat Polokwane, guys. People look like Polokwane is an easy team. I mean, Pirates have always won these games 1-0 against Polokwane. And I saw that. I'm like, this is going to be a 1-0 game, because Polokwane really tactically solid. Defensively, they're really solid. And just something from the top of my head. Chairman, can you please get a police to the Orlando, please?
No, Mikey. Also, listen. Why are we playing on the small field? Why? It's like the game should be switched around. You know, that game that's been played on the big stadium tonight should have been the curtain raiser here, man. What the hell? They should put us on a bigger field, man. You know, can't have the relegation battlefield on a big stadium. No.
Big stadiums for big teams, Moeneeb. Eh?
Yeah.
No, boys, for sure. It was also nice to see Tito back as well. Didn't have much of an impact on the game, and it still looks like he's carrying some sort of injury. I'm not sure what it is, but he's not moving the way he normally moves. He's also struggles a bit where he doesn't have, especially on a smaller pitch, we didn't have that space between the lines. He kept coming deeper to collect the ball. Just not that effective in these type of games. But yeah, difficult. I personally never really enjoyed playing on old Peter Mokaba. Again, Cheesy, it's very small. Goalkeepers, I remember, like they can kick the ball all the way into the opposition box. I mean, Moeneeb, you could probably have taken free kicks from the way you kick a ball, could kick a ball into the other box. It's just like, it's not a comfortable place to go. To come out of there with 3 points, I think is a great result because, it's not an easy place to go.
How would you like to win a little something extra just for joining the best in the game? For a limited time, we are teaming up with Betway and giving all of you access to a SoccerBeat exclusive. If you join Betway using the sign-up code SoccerBeat, now in March, you'll get 25 Rand extra bet. That's right. It's time to get way more out of every bet. Standard T's and C's apply.
100%. That field is really small. Really small. Me and Coach were sitting and speaking about when we played Chile again on this field here. And that time that was Alexis Sanchez. I don't even recall Cheesy. We played them. Bafana played Chile on that small field there. I was on the bench that day. They pressed us so much I couldn't breathe on the bench. And I wasn't even playing. So small that pitch is. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a really small pitch, you know? It's not good for a footballing team. But it's Polokwane's field. They probably thought to themselves, listen, let's play the boys here and narrow the spaces down, which could have worked for them in a way. But they forgot that we don't just have one way of attack. We can find in all different ways. You know, we find those pockets and we find those little spaces all around, even on a small pitch. You know, but yes, it was nice to see Tito back as well. Good to see him back. You know, but you can see he's off the pace a little bit. You can see from the other players. You know, it's gonna take him a while to get into things again. But you can just see that is just off the pace. But these games will help him get back onto it again, you know, because other players have been playing regularly, and that's the difference of playing regularly. Also, you know, you just reach a standard and you at that level all the time. So it's easy for you to turn it on. And if you haven't been involved for a little bit, you struggle, and you could see. I won't say he struggled, but it's just a little bit off the pace. That's not the Tito that we know. But hopefully he'll now gain that momentum, gain that confidence again with more games, because we're gonna need him as well, you know. But it's just good to see him back in the mix again.
My man,
now just a plea to our SoccerBeat fans, talking Pirates, gents, we've just surpassed 30,000 fans, so that's the same, probably more people than fit into old Peter Mokaba, but now we're upgrading. Now we want to go to new Peter Mokaba. We need 60,000. We're going to 60,000 now. We can't just fill old Peter Mokaba. We're going for bigger things, 60,000. So hit that subscribe button. We're growing, and thank you for joining us on the journey. Cheesy, I interrupted you there. Give me some of your stuff.
No, I was. You know, sometimes the siren can be on and off. You know, you are allowed. Sometimes they just want to pass the robots. You know, woo. No emergency, but they are going there. It's like Tito. You know, I'm just happy that the boy's back. You know, and it's always difficult, Mikey. You know, when you come back from injury, you know, and you've always been the guy that's starting the games. You know, it's gonna take him a bit of a while. But I think this it's just like preparations. Like Moeneeb said, there's bigger things to play for. You know, and he might come in handy. Going to the semis of the Champions League, this is Nedbank, you know. So gradually he'll get there. But what I liked about him is that he brings that flair, you know, and that's something that, you know, that just keeps the opposition a little bit busy. Yes, you know, he went a little bit deep, but we're starting to get used to that, you know, as long as he does not lose the ball, you know. But, you know, he tries to keep the ball. And once you shy, it's Amaya, Mike. Once you do this, you DJ on the ball. Nobody's gonna come press you, you know. And once Tito does it, nobody comes and presses him, you know. And that's his model, that's his game. You understand? And Coach Vero loves that because he just distracts the attention from the other key players, you know. So I'm glad to see him back. You know, yes, he's not to his 100% full potential, but I think he's a key figure for the team, you know. And I'm glad to see him back because it's been a while. But I want to see a Tito that scores goals. I want to see a Tito that
man. I'm craving that Tito.
After creating one Moeneeb and scoring one.
Man.
You can put the ball here. It's fine. It's allowed. It's fine, boy.
Yeah. The 100 G's. You know what? And that Mikey, Tito as well, like Cheesy says, 100% correct. You know, he's just a different player. We understand him and we know who he's about and what he's about now. So we understand this player in our team. We have that where we can go direct, we can go quick, we can go in. But we know when the ball goes to Tito, he's going to slow that game down for us. He's going to make other spaces appear that wasn't there. Whereas in tactical formations, you know, if I move this ball here and I move that ball there, that space is going to be created. That it's just the structure of the game. But with Tito, if you give the ball to Tito, he's going to do this and this and this. This one's going to think, must I go? While he's thinking, no, I'm not going to go. The other one is moving, thinking, I want to go. No, too late. Tito's in there. So he creates different options in the game. So we want to see that Tito back. And you can see gradually he's going to get there. He's going to get there. But we understand as well that this is the Tito. This is our Tito. This is our Tito. You know, this is a Tito that's in our team. He plays the way he plays. We understand him. Yes, there's a tactical thing, there's a tactical setup, there's a tactical formation, there's this and this and this. But we also need to have that little bit of flair, you know, but flair in the right areas and flair being positive, you know, like Cheesy has said as well, not losing the ball, you know, and once Tito is on that ball again and on that swing again, then we'll see that Tito back. But gradually he's building up to that, you know, and like we said as well, we want to peak at the right time when those big games come. Big games come. Yes, we're not underestimating these games, but like you also said earlier, Mike, listen, you know, it's a hard game, but we grind out the result. We win, we get the points. That's important. We work this thing. No matter what, no matter who the opposition is, we grind out the result. We get the point and we move forward. Boring. But hey, there's never boring 3 points.
Yeah, boys, quickly before we go, Moeneeb, I have to get your comments again on your keeper, Sipho Chaine. That's now 10 clean sheets in the league. The addition of Mbokazi now to our back line as well has just created more solidity as well. I mean, how impressed with you with how good we are looking defensively at the moment?
And that's you know, for the way this boy fitted in as well as Mbokazi boy. It fits like a hand in a glove, you know, like he's been there all these years, you know. And that brings comfort, that brings stability to not just the defense, but to our goalkeeper as well. Our goalkeeper on his own. Listen, that first save in the beginning of the game, which was an offside, but that's still a big save. You know, those are the things that he can do for us, you know. He makes those big saves early in the game where it keeps you in the game where maybe we're not yet ready to settle. We're just about to find our rhythm. And he makes a save like that just wakes everybody up. That's how important he is. I always said it as well as even in the game that we played in the Champions League game that we played in Algiers. That early save with the one-on-one. Those are important. It wakes teams up. You know, it wakes us up. And the same today as well. Yes, it was an offside decision that was made, which was rightly so. But I'm speaking personally about the save. How important he is. He makes the early big saves. He gets the team going, you know, and he's always that stability and that calmness at the back. Yes, the goalkeepers are crazy, Mike. And you know, Chaine as well. He talks at the right moments. That's how he's grown into this game now. You know, we always want our goalkeepers to speak and to talk and to organize and everything. But there's also times when there's so much you've created that understanding between you and your back four that you just know when to say the right things. And he's at that level of space in his head now and with the team now and with his defense. You know, so this boy's grown in stature. He's massive to us. Massive to us. And I've seen he pull up with his hamstrings. He's got me a little bit worried, but cramps is fine, you know, because he has been playing a lot of games in the run, and the coach has been rotating the goalkeepers as well when the time is right, you know. So we have what's his name, the young boy, what's the goalkeeper, Butalezi? No, no, he's there as well. So we have when he needs a rest, he'll get his rest, you know, and that's what coaches we show the faith in that boy as well. So when Chaine feels that he's not capable of doing it, the boy will come in and fill that position for us as well. And then when the big games come, Chaine will be ready for us. Listen, it is that time of the season as well, where these things are tending to happen. It is that time of the season. So I think we're well prepared, well organized, and we're ready for whatever happens. But as long as our goalkeeper, as Chaine is, we need him to carry on throughout, especially those big ones coming up. We need everyone, and he's a big plus for us, not just as a goalkeeper, but also as a leader of one of the teams. That's what I think he's grown into.
Oh, yeah. Boys, remember, if you're signing up for Betway, make sure you use the SoccerBeat code for your extra 25 Rand bet. That's all from the boys at Talking Pirates. Thank you so much for joining us again. The next time we'll be seeing you, we've got big games coming up. Make sure you stick with us, hit that subscribe button, because we have big games coming up, and we want to give Jose Rivero the last dance, the last big run into the final part of the season. We want some more trophies.
Yeah.
And see you guys in the next one.
SoccerBeat,